Yeah!
Hello.
Hello, sir. Oh, my God. Woo! Good to have you. Good to have you.
You mind?
Oh, my God. Yes, Poppy. Oh, Daddy. Not the right type of couch.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, what an honor to actually meet the actually funny guy in the scene. This is great, Bulldog. It's so nice to meet you.
Yeah, I wish I could say the same,
Yep.
honestly, but
Thanks. How are you doing today, Bulldog?
doing good.
Yeah?
I watched some good dotes, which we might see, or we might not,
Yeah.
depending on if...
Very
CompLexity-
diplomatic.
Yeah, but what were the first series, CompLexity versus Infamous?
Yep, that's going to be our first matchup.
Yeah.
You excited, man?
What do you think about that match?
Oh, man. Complexity's really been coming through. Big fan of snaking. I think they had a pretty decent show at ESL a couple hours ago. Infamous, though. That's a mystery team to me, baby. All I know about is Whisper. And, you know, my research on that. But I'm ready to see these guys play, man. I haven't watched anything from them.
They have a couple familiar names in there, but let's focus on CompLexity first.
Okay,
We're
okay.
doing one team at a time, you know. Keep it manageable, and CompLexity is up first. Their squad that has obviously shuffled up after TI, and they're looking to be better. And this is stop laughing. That's what they're doing here.
Yeah, they're looking to be better. Who isn't, Cheever? Who's happy with who they are? Donger?
No, but
Well, you know what? Before we talk more about CompLexity, let's have them talk about themselves for a little bit.
Ooh.
Thank you very much, Sheev. Yes, I'm here with Limp from CompLexity, as we'll get to hear a few words from him before the game against Infamous. Limp, we just saw you guys at ESL. You have Skem, the first little LAN you got to play with him. How'd you feel it went? Obviously, you guys made it to the main stage. You did fall at that hurdle, but you had some fantastic victories, especially against teams like NIP.
Yeah, Skem is a god. That's what I learned, and we're gonna keep improving, and we're gonna win this.
Well, there we go. A lot of confidence, and hopefully we'll see some more from Limp, Skem, and the boys, and some sexy Skem Terrorblade on the main stage.
Skem is a god.
Easy.
And a sexy Terrorblade, which is very strange. How can he be a sexy demon marauder? I don't know.
That's in the eye of the beholder, surely.
but that's Limp right there. Swedish and rank 1. Doesn't get much better than that.
Oh,
Is he
he's the one-
actually?
He's been rank 1. I think he still is.
Yeah?
He was at ESL at least.
I don't keep track of the leaderboards. Don't look at me like that.
Cheever, please do your research. Everyone knows that Limp is rank 1. You shut up.
Very unprofessional.
Professional. All right. You know who is professional? Owen is professional, and he is with Smato right now.
Thank you very much, Shiva. Yes, I'm here with, of course, Tomato from Infamous for a few words before he gets ready for his game against CompLexity. You guys are going to be playing against Cole. You probably got to saw a bit of their games, a bit of their action at ESL, watching online. What do you sort of think of this team? They were able to take down NIP 2-0. They did have some rough stages. Do you think you guys have got them figured out? Will you be able to take them down today?
We've watched the replays, of course, as you can expect. Yeah, we watched them a bit play at ESL. I think Cole specifically, they have a very special kind of way of drafting. Sometimes it's like really good, sometimes it's really bad. So, but I think our team has a good understanding of the patch. So I think it's gonna be enough to like put up with them. You know, I don't feel like I don't feel too bad going in the draft or in the game. I feel like we're super confident, like, you know, in terms of like understanding and playstyle. You know, like mechanically, any of that. You know, we're fine.
Oh, thank you very much for that, Tomato, and best of luck in the series as we'll pass back to you, Shiv, as we get ready for CompLexity versus Infamous.
Looks like Infamous is ready to take on CompLexity in the first series of the day. And by the way, throughout the entire tournament, throughout the entire week, you get to choose MVPs. You can do that in the chat, and you can use these hashtags. It is the Hacks MVP, and you cannot start voting just yet. Calm down, calm down.
Oh,
Envy.
First of all, we will be judging your MVPs, so please keep it real. Don't go for the either pity votes or troll votes. Just, you know, vote who you really think was the MVP. Second, you can only start voting once the game is actually going on, because it's the most valuable player, not person. They have to actually have played for them to be most valuable player. So make sure to get your votes in, and we'll be judging you. So you know, we got our eyes on you.
Jeez, you're savage, Sheever. Pity votes? What's
People
wrong?
do pity votes and mean votes all the time.
What's wrong with you, Sheever? It's not pity. They're trying to boost their confidence, okay?
Sounds like pity votes to me.
All right,
And we already know who's going to win, right? Envy. He's the best player here by far.
take it easy, dude. We got.
You just said Limp. He's number 1. He's Swedish. Why did you go against him?
It's Envy, though. And you said don't troll. People are going to troll? Of course people are going to troll. They're going to vote for Envy.
No, you just said he was the best. How is it trolling
But
about
that's what me trolling. Trolling.
This is way too advanced. This viewers.
All right. It is time to talk Dota. We are about to head into the draft, and I am looking forward to hearing from you guys what you think is going to happen. We already had Fogged saying that, you know, it's going to be a lot of team fight focus. We're going to see Terrorblades. We're going to see Morphlings, or rather, he said Morphling was going to be banned every time, and look at this. Morphling, not banned.
You know, as always, Fogged wrong, and I'm right. So, good start off here.
Just a heads up, by the way, on the left side, you can see a Radiant side, and right side is Dire.
Oh.
Right.
Just
Does
in
that
case.
matter, Bulldog, right now? Radiant versus Dire, you think? Is that big of a deal? I know it used to be.
I don't know Dota anymore, honestly.
Okay, well, thanks
I
for
can't-
coming.
I don't know why I'm here. But I want to ask you, it's
All
like,
right, what up?
Infamous.
Yeah.
What heroes do they like? What do
Oh,
you think they're
man.
going to pick?
That's a great question, Bulldog. Well, you know, I know that they're pretty preview to guys like Phoenix. Love heroes like that, really big in the patch. Ogre Magi, of course, one of their favorites, and Necrophos, highly picked up. So 3, wow, I didn't even look
They
at the
banned them
bans.
all.
That's crazy. 3 very good bans against Infamous here on this first game, I have to say. Io, one of their favorite picks here. That's a strength ranged hero with a 4.5 pick ratio. Very nice.
You think? Okay.
Well done.
Very done. Well done.
Thank you. So, okay, who's going to be...
They picked Wisp. Oh.
Yeah.
Now I understand the graphics.
So,
Who goes on with Wisp right now? If you ain't gonna get the classic Tiny, we're gonna be seeing the Chaos Knight, bro, the Gyrocopter, early pick.
All we see is Gyro with it, so
Yeah, that's true.
it's pretty solid.
Winter Wyvern. We saw a lot of that in ESL. Surprisingly, that first pick scenario here.
What an insane pick by Envy, because he knows that Wisp tethers someone and you ult, and he kills Wisp.
My God.
You just ult the Wisp and Gyro kills him.
That's incredible, Bulldog. What a great synergy there. I'm seeing a lot of these big AoE teamfight heroes. Enigma's pretty huge, the Magnuses, and Winter Wyvern's pretty good against that, you know? Just shutting down those big old combos. So, smart pick by CompLexity.
And they
And-
have the Morphling.
Called it, Sheaves.
yay.
All right, well, thanks. But Morphling going to be picked up, seeing him a lot. I think people just pick Morphling because they want to find the next broken thing that the hero can do. Literally broken, so...
So Tomato said before the game we heard the interviews, he said they have a very good, or they consider themselves having a very good understanding of the patch.
Mm-hmm.
What will that entail now that they got their hands on the IO? Because normally we've, like, the whole week when we were watching the tournament, the last tournament, IO was mostly banned.
Yeah.
And now we're going to see him pick together with an axe. Does that mean that this is a support axe or a core axe?
Oh, jeez.
That's the question.
Oh, jeez.
Jeez.
Oh, boy.
Boys.
Oh,
Boy.
yee.
That's just what's so good about the hero. It can be anything. You can be 5 if you want, or you can be the offlane. So we don't really know. That's why they know the draft so well and the meta. They just know how to outdraft the enemy.
There you go. What does a support axe entail, Bulldog? Well, how do you play that? What do? You just max battle hunger and run it, homies?
Yes. You click the enemy and they can't trade with you because you W them, so they have to run away.
Oh.
Unfavorable trade, and then when you 2, you spin as well. So
Oh.
that's why we see that hero as a support. And then of course you get Dagger eventually at minute 20, and you have an ability that just breaks BKB, which is pretty good.
Minute 20, isn't that kind of bad for a pro
Depends
player?
who plays it, right?
Okay.
If it's a support
Yeah, that's true.
or a core.
All right, cool. So, see the axe of the IO CompLexity now, thinking about how to deal with that. There's a couple of ways to deal with the axe that we've been seeing for the last couple of tourneys, you know? You don't see Omni Knight anymore. That used to be my favorite, but that's dead.
Yeah, that's not a hero that we're going to see. Sorry.
There's a lot of dead heroes, sadly enough. I thought the game was perfectly balanced, but we get to see the same heroes over and over, honestly.
Well, you know, we're
We
at
had
the end of
some
the patch.
people being like innovative over the last week. We saw Brew support. How often do you see that?
Oh yeah, we saw all team secrets like going crazy. They got
Yeah.
the Legion Commander support.
And they won, so that means everybody's going to look at them, see what they did.
Yeah, everybody's dumb but them.
They didn't win with Legion support, though, I believe.
No, they did not.
Well,
Legion support?
they did it
Yeah,
one
they
time,
did.
one game in the group stage. I interviewed him.
What did they say about their Legion support?
He said, "Don't try this at home, kids."
Good
No.
answer. I love it.
Monkey King gonna get banned out as well. We've been seeing him be a pretty aggressive pick here last week, and here we are again today. No Earth Spirit. Now, I got an argument. I think Earth Spirit sucks right now. Agree or
Why?
disagree?
Depends. No, I don't agree. Depends also on the person that plays it, but generally, I definitely don't think he sucks.
I mean, it's just hard to do anything these days. People are picking Silencer. People are picking Wyvern. I mean, it's just hard to do anything. You run around, you don't get off
But
the ground.
Silencer
Yeah.
and Wyvern don't do anything when they're silenced.
It's a pretty
Yeah.
risky hero, honestly. Like, if you fail those early ganks, the hero is just... You just roll in and die. That's not good. It's a skill-based hero. You just want easy heroes.
Right.
Wyvern, you just click and ult on an enemy and they die.
Yeah, that sounds
Earth
pretty
Spirit is so
straightforward.
skill-based. It's always like a little bit of a risky pick, honestly.
Yeah, but we're going to see that banned out here. Of course, the Phantom Lancer banned out as well. Bulldog, what do you feel about Dragon Knight, dude? I hate that hero. He's boring as hell, in my opinion.
Yeah, but it's good. It's good for the meta right now because you want to have that strong team fight. It always comes down to that team fight, and you have that reliable stun, which is great. And then you always have that like super hard carry that you just win with. So you have Morphling now, and is Terrorblade still available?
He is.
So you just pick up a hero like that, and then the rest heroes are team fight, and you win.
Yep. I like the Undying pick coming out from CompLexity. That's a lot of early game aggression coming out already. A lot of team fight as well. Ooh, you ever try out the Prophecy, Bulldog?
What's the prophecy?
The Prophecy. The 4 Tombstone. Now, this can happen in this game.
All right,
All right?
go for it.
Undying pops a Tombstone.
Sure.
Then he pops a Refresher, puts down another Tombstone. Then he dies. And then a Tombstone spawns. Morphling, before he dies, copied him over, drops a Tombstone, and then refreshes, drops a Tombstone.
That's 5 tombstones.
That's more than I can count.
You're not going to get a refresher on Undying, though. You could get a refresher shard, however.
Yeah, that's right.
But then also you gotta save it so that Morphling also gets a refresher shard.
You can also buy back when Undying and die again.
That's true. You can Bloodstone.
6 tombstones.
I believe 9 is the technical greatest you can do, Sheeman.
How do you do 9?
Is that NA math?
We don't have time to do the prophecy right now, but we'll walk around.
But Morphling can also die and buy back.
I know. This is a way that you can get the 9.
7 tombstones.
Okay, anyway.
Fuck.
Lena is going to be picked up here on Team Infamous. And Invoker. How can we not have talked about Invoker? He's been huge this bad.
Yes. We also haven't seen Terrorblade yet. And by the way, Lena, if you're talking about tombstones, Lena is going to kill those tombstones real fast.
Yeah, you definitely need a hero for our tombstones. If you don't have, you're going to lose the fights every time. So Lena is one of the best heroes. You just cast a few spells, you attack super fast once she gets BKB. And they nerfed Undying a little bit, so it's 1 attack less.
Oh, boy. That's
Yeah.
broke.
And you have the Morphling as well, which is... Morphling ult is sometimes mediocre. You know, you just do it to cast a few spells. It's great against Gyro, which probably why they're hesitating to pick it with Wisp right now. But yeah, the Tombstone is one of the best spells you can combo with.
I love Tombstone because it's one of the best spells, but it is literally the worst level 1 spell. I mean, like, the first level in Tombstone is so bad. It's so
You just
bad.
feed the gold.
It's terrible, but
It's free gold in the other enemy team.
delicious. All right, so what are we going to be seeing here, guys? Brood Mother could happen, huh? Anybody feeling a Brood?
Oh no, I'm feeling more something like a Templar Assassin because it's gonna. You're gonna. What I found over last week, the mid lane was very. Well, there was a lot of focus on it, and if you're gonna go up against an Invoker, isn't Templar Assassin like one of the only ones that is able to go toe to toe, Bulldog?
Yeah, that's true. But they have Invoker right now and Lena, so it's...
You think Lena's gonna be the one mid?
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
we've
probably.
seen offline Lena.
Yeah, we've seen that a little bit. I mean, she's pretty annoying in offlane because you just like click all the time. It's like when you play against the techies who has that long range and hit you.
Yeah.
And Lena is kind of the same, but she actually has damage. So, but yeah, it's a good mid hero as well, obviously. It's just great to get to just burst the Morphling. It's one of the best heroes.
Yeah.
Especially when you get the Axe.
No, they're going to risk it. They actually will be going for the gyrocopter. We did see that some teams last week weren't too scared of Morphling as a gyro. You could just, deal with that, especially with a bursty hero like Lena and Axe for that lockdown. So not too scary, eh, Bulldog?
You can just kill the Morphling. That solves the problem.
That will do it.
You have Axe and Lena. Those are two good heroes against Morphling.
Sure. Do you feel like it's kind of disgusting when people do this gyro IO and then run to the lane and just start shooting you nonstop? Is that like bad manner, or is that just the meta, buddy?
It's just how life is. That's how IceFrog wants it to be. And Wisp is obviously a little bit too strong right now. He's still got the nerf on the ultimate, but perma-tethered, gets the movement speed from Gyrocopter. It's pretty solid.
Yeah.
It's pretty strong hero with the heals and everything, so people are just going to have to enjoy the hero when it's still strong like this, because the patch is coming soon.
It's coming, baby.
That's what everybody's been saying for like the last couple of months. But I think that we're going to be having this patch until after the major.
You think so, huh?
They're not going to change it in between minor and major. Surely
You don't
not.
know that.
You don't know anything.
So the team that is going to win this won on this patch, and they're like, yes, we are so good at this patch, and then they're going to swap it around, and then they're going to slap them down? That's so mean.
IceFrog is going to move the patch to help the people that won the minor and make them stronger, so that they have a chance at the major. That's how you grow a scene sheaver.
Are you saying that the team that wins here doesn't have a chance at the major?
No, I'm saying that he's going to give him a little boost. A little boost there. A little boost.
But I know IceFrog, and I talked to him, and he said he's going to actually release it before the final.
Oh!
For this final.
Yep.
Like coming Sunday. All right.
Spice it up a little bit.
I mean, that would be fitting in CORSAIR DreamLeague tradition.
It would. It has really happened many times. He also said he'd give me a PS4.
Did he actually? I am regretting that I said so much.
Suffice it to say, we got our last picks here. Bulldog, you got any 6 snipes that you're ready to do here?
No. I just saw Timato drinking a delicious monster. Did you see that?
Oh, I did. And that's a Chen. We've seen so much Chen. What's up with Chen? I mean, I thought he was like the early game push hero. People aren't even doing that. They're just Chening it. Can anyone explain?
It's a great laning hero. You just secure lanes with it. And the hero kind of falls off a little bit if you don't get the good start with it. Of course, you have the heal that they buffed a bit. So with Wisp as well, you get the double heal.
Hey-o.
And I don't know what the hell is his lineup? Is this Axe core with the Chen then, I guess? Yeah, it looks like Axe and Chen in the lane.
I mean, yeah.
You definitely want to combo the Wisp and Gyro. Otherwise, who knows with Infamous. This team is a little bit mystery to a lot of people, I think.
Could be mid-IO. We just don't know.
Yeah.
But probably not. That'd be pretty stupid.
It has been done. Dandy did it at TI3 Grand Final, and I beat him.
Well, that certainly couldn't have been that effective then. All right, so CompLexity coming out here. Last pick. Who do you grab here, doggy?
Who do you grab here, Sheaver?
Who do you grab
here, Slacks?
Golly.
They need an offlaner, right? Isn't it just a centaur? We've seen so many centaurs.
Yeah.
No.
No? Well, what did they need? They don't have initiation, really.
You know what'd be cool is a clockwork. No one's playing that hero, man.
I told you no, so I was right.
It's Pugna.
Pugna.
Oh,
Great against Lena.
Yeah. Not too bad against Wisp, too. Just blow him up really quick with that burst damage.
You got the pushing power as well to counter the pushing power of the Chen, or at least, they can do, like, pushing the waves. All right, Bulldog, you're up first. Who is taking this first game? We gotta...
I think Timato will be known as Tomato, because then we will crush him.
Okay.
Alrighty then. Going for CompLexity for Bulldog. What do you think, Slacks?
I think it's Infamous easy. I mean, they got like the standard meta draft. You got a Gyro Wisp, you're going in. Who plays Pugna?
Well, I would be a fool to follow what Slacks says, so I'm going for CompLexity as well. And I like their draft just a little tiny bit better. And now it is my pleasure to introduce to you 2 fresh faces for the CORSAIR DreamLeague, never shown before.
Oh.
At least not in this composition. It is over to Moxie and Kyle.
Oh.
All right, man. Man, I am super excited about this. Are you excited, Kyle?
Of course I am. I get to cast CompLexity. I just got off a flight, took a shuttle, and now I'm here. I feel like I'm in the perfect state of mind to cast some Eternal Envy Dota. Haven't slept, really sick, bit jet lagged. Let's go.
All right, well, I'm pretty excited about this. First time we're going to see Schofield, too, playing on Infamous, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
And my man Pepita, I swear he gets more attractive as time goes on. Like, he's been the standout player for me in South America for a long time because he's, for lack of a better word, like responsible. That entire scene is in near constant chaos. And this guy was like, he's hungry and he did the recruiting. If most people, they just hang out and they wait for someone to give them a call and like pray they'll end up in an NIP or something. But he goes out, he built this team with his bare hands.
Oh, man, we've had a lot of changes, though, with Infamous, too. And we haven't seen, you know, the Pepita puck hasn't really been a thing in a while, too, right?
Well, it's like trying to build a wall, but the bricks become animated and occasionally hop out and say, screw you.
I thought you were going to say they turned into anime.
Sure, I mean, that's likely to happen as well, considering the circumstances of this match. But surprising to me, wow, was the draft backwards at the panel start? Because I swore CompLexity.
Yeah, it was backwards.
It was backwards, right?
It was actually backwards. Oh my gosh, yeah. So CompLexity is the one with the Gio Iro comp.
I bet they did that to test us.
Maybe. Well, you know what? We caught it. We caught you, DreamLeague. But, all right, so what are your thoughts now that we actually have the correct draft?
Well, I'm like trying to absorb this. So CompLexity was just like, hey, they're baiting us to pick Gyro, so we won't. But then they fourth pick it. So I don't know if that's Envy, like playing chess against himself.
Wouldn't be the first time, right?
I mean, that's the best way to learn. I'm a little surprised. I feel like Tomato Morph, his one fault is that when I was playing with him a few months ago, he was like, you can only play Morphling with bots. That's it. It's the only way it works. And I was like, well, I see all these other guys going like Treads, Aquila, Dragonlance, et cetera, but I think that you can't afford to go that greedy style, and if he plays active, I think he can take this game, but it's all going to really come down to snaking, I think.
Okay, so we got to make sure that Snai has himself a good line there. Makes sense. Got Limp over here on this Lina. It's looking pretty fancy, and of course, you know, got Pepita over here on his Invoker. What do you think about this matchup here?
Well, I'm very happy they didn't pick. I thought Limp CompLexity had taken Invoker for Limp, but I was a bit tilted because while he's a great player, his Invoker's not quite up to snuff just yet. His Lino, on the other hand, he's been an excellent player on this hero since Han. It was pretty much ported directly over. And I think that it also has a pretty significant edge in a matchup against an Invoker, especially if you win the first couple waves.
Right, right. So do you think we're going to see any rotations coming out over there to try to mess with that Lina, or?
It's difficult in this kind of game. The downside of the Infamous heroes is they don't really have a support that can connect to lanes that easily. They're really stagnant in that they need to try and win the side lanes, and eventually I think the Invoker will be the one that wants to move, like we saw at the ESL event just this last weekend.
Okay. For sure. Schofield was taking a little bit of damage here at top. So backed off just a little bit, but definitely seeing Skem throwing around his weight here with Eternal Envy.
Yeah, there's one cool thing about CompLexity draft. They do play around Skemberlu. The guy really impressed me at that ESL event, and I think that in all cases, CompLexity want to be sure he's on the win condition.
Yeah, this is his second event, I believe, playing with CompLexity. I believe it was Jo before that. It must be really annoying, though, right, having that Decrepify come out every single time you're going for that last hit.
Yeah. Still doing well here. They're pressuring. They're playing very aggressively, which is nice. Also, what in the hell? Eternal Envy's playing Wisp. I just realized. They also picked Wisp Chen, which, you know, my brain's working a little slow right now, so I'm still absorbing this information. It just takes some time, but there's very few teams capable of playing Wisp Chen. There's something like the old school Team Secret like to do. Liquid's done it on occasion because it requires like your supports to have a lot of knowledge and experience on heroes that are way more complex than your basic, you know, Q spammers like Undying.
Right, and it looks like Undying's already noticed that there was a rotation coming out. Z-Free gonna try to slow him down a little bit, does have that Centaur creep. Will just back himself away here, so we'll be able to protect that Invoker a little bit.
The thing is, CompLexity's already super far ahead in the lanes, and this is the benefit of playing this Axe with a Chen aggressive, is that you can just backlane, and what's the threat? It's a Morphling under tower. Sure, he's gonna freeze farm, but you're gonna get equal, and Undying, as we just said, like if he's not in this lane, you can't out-roam a Chen. You can follow him around, but it's not going to do much.
Right. Oh, they were getting really close to first blood there, but not able to quite close that gap. The Decrepify coming out, and of course, you know, sticking near that creep wave makes it a little bit harder for Skem to get that final hit.
Envy was a real early with that Fairy Fire. And he salves as well. Don't know if that was quite necessary, but just playing it safe up here. Want to make sure they can keep applying pressure even through the heavy harass of Pugna Wyvern.
Yeah, absolutely. Snake just doing some more of that farming over there. He's just so ahead here with this the CS 35-0. It's not too much that they can really do about that right now.
Yeah, and this is the one downside of Morphling, and this is, I really like this from CompLexity. You don't ever want to let Morphs get this free level 3, level 4 Aquila wand. They start dominating the lane with the massive base damage advantage, whereas if you pressure him on these early waves by being just this, like, purely aggressive, Hero can't do anything, and he has no way of actually impacting the lane unless they were willing to rotate both supports.
Right, oh, Envy's taking a lot of damage here. They've got the Arctic Burn. We'll just tether up to Skem. A little bit of extra movement speed. Schofield also sitting very low in this top lane. But still, 4 minutes in. No first blood.
It's a really weird contest. They do that at 4 minutes instead of 5, so they won't have a play for the bounty runes. They use a lot of their resources.
So what do they need to do here in this bottom lane? Can they do anything really against Snake? Because he's having just the lane of his life. Not even the lane, he's got an entire jungle to himself.
To be fair, the creep score is somewhat inflated because he keeps farming the easy camp, and he got 1 golem camp already, so it's not as big of an edge, but and Morphling is free farming at the same time, but the problem is going to be when Snaking picks up the Vanguard, which he already has the gold for, then he can just be left alone and start tower diving. Right now he's just trading creep waves, but soon he'll be able to threaten kills as well.
Thinking about it here, Envy sitting pretty low. Prep fight here. Oh, can they get his first blood? Gonna go over to Skem. Can they get another kill, though? They're turning back around. Oh, Envy, he's sitting so low. They need one more hit. And that's gonna be a double kill for Skem. And the tips.
And I love what Skem likes to do. And it's all about these early stats dominating the lanes. He almost always goes double Wraith Band. And even on a hero like Gyro, Wand, double Wraith, that's what gives them the kill there because it's just such... It gives you that bonus damage per attack that... It's the most gold efficient item in the game.
Oh, Moose trying to juke around here into the tree. Snake gonna take some of that tower aggro. We'll back off, of course. It is an Undying, gonna be able to get some of those stacks of decay over here. Tomato coming forward, turns around. They were looking for that call, gets a nice spin. Battlehanger coming out, still chasing after Tomato. Not quite willing to just dive this, but he's definitely bullying them pretty strong here in this bottom lane. Like you said, he's got the Vanguard up, and Snake's feeling really strong.
Even with 16 decay stacks, he's still just not threatened.
Oh, he gets the call off. Will immediately get stunned up, but there's a rotation coming out now from Fafita on the Invoke. This could be the end of Snay right here. It's looking pretty good. Couple spins coming out, but eventually 3 will take down the Axe in top lane. We lose Eternal Envy, but Skem's got his eyesights here over onto Schofield. Target's locked and loaded. He's gonna try to get this kill. Needs one more hit, and that's a killing spree.
I mean, it's a great death from Snaking, to be honest, and that's something he used to do back when he was playing with VGJ in the previous season. He loves to just push the limits and ensure that if he dies, it'll be with no gold, and it'll be an incredibly aggressive area of the map. So, sure, you die, but Invoker's forced to rotate. It takes 20-30 seconds. In the meantime, Limp gets 2 waves mid and a rune for free.
That checks all the boxes, like you just said, for sure.
Yeah.
So definitely a worthwhile death. And he spins.
It's going to be tough for Infamous to get a foothold into this game just because the Gyro is so far ahead. And the advantage isn't crippling yet for them, but Quaswex Invoker needs to go completely off in this game.
Well, there's going to be the Tornado EMP coming out. Cold Snap, Limp in for some trouble here. Arctic Burn coming through, slowing down, looking to try to get away. Has that Light Strike Array, will be able to stun up. Can Limp get out in time? It's looking pretty good right now. Has that bottle. There's another rotation coming out here. Moose is here. Laguna comes out, but doesn't quite do enough damage here to Schofield. Radiant Courier does get killed during all of that, and they do find a kill on Whisper in that top lane.
Yeah, this top lane is becoming an absolute travesty for Infamous, and at this rate, it may just end up losing them the game. The Pugna off lane, about to be surpassed in net worth by the Envy Wisp. This is the first time I've ever seen Envy play Wisp in my life, and he's still climbing the net worth charts.
You sound so like in disbelief on that.
It's a cool concept of plugging a Wyvern, you know, decrep into the nukes, but then what?
It looks like Moose might be in for a little bit of trouble here. Overcharge comes out. They're just going to be able to take him down. Got him into pieces. And they also find a kill on Whisper with a nice rotation coming out for Limp. Had a Laguna Blade with his name on it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They get Tombstone as well, so more free gold. CompLexity on a tear.
They're feeling good right now for
Middle
sure.
tower is under
They had an early flight as well, right?
Radiant's
Just like you
top
guys.
tower is under
They flew
attack.
out last night, all right.
Oh, okay. I thought it was earlier than that. My bad.
They are on a luxury schedule, to be quite honest, in comparison.
They just doing some axe things over here in the jungle. Hasn't got a care in the world working on that blink dagger. And Tomato over here doing the best he can, but it's not really enough compared to this gyrocopter, right?
No, definitely not. And the problem really with the Infamous draft is the lack of ability to play with pace. Neither support offers any reach, neither side laner offers any. Their whole game plan at the moment is that CompLexity, like 5-man runs up a choke point with a high ground attached. Invoker lands a huge tornado, Tomb goes down, Curse goes down, and I don't know, Morphling hits people for like 100 damage 27 times.
27 times.
It's just so easy for CompLexity to play fast. All 3 cores shove lanes really hard, and the supports just, they boost the efficiency so much because a tether and a heal, now this guy's able to stay on map. Same with the Chen send back and the TP back to a tower. Just easy to play the game.
Definitely makes sense there. There's just a lot of sustain going on. Bottom lane, they've got their eyes though here over on Tomato. They've got that missile out. A couple of these spirits coming through though. Get a call down as well. And Scum trying to burst him down, but he's just not able to do it. This rotation coming out now from Pepita will be able to go throughout the tornado. EMP Envy now might be in for some trouble trying to run himself away here. And they actually turn that missile back around. They'll drop the tombstone. Oh no, Scum looks like he is in for some trouble here. There's a lot of people down here. Snake King running over, trying to just find this angle in case they try to jump on him. And it looks like Gyrocopter's going to make it out of here alive. That's a lot of rotations, Kyle.
And up top, we can see Lina making a quick rotation. He grabbed the bounty rune. I think he'll be able to cut off the puck. No, Limp, go left. He went right. Yep, they get all of the bounty runes, however. Maybe they'll leave the one up the top.
Ooh, Scam. There's a nice kill here coming out here for Tomato. That's a 4 times kill streak. That's just been ended. Slow's coming out though with the spirits. Arctic Burn is going to throw out that Tornado EMP again. Limp standing nearby is Invis, though. They should probably be able to take down Envy here. Nice light striker right there's the Laguna, and they'll take down Pepita. And they're going back in for more. Kyle Schofield trying to break some ankles here in the trees, but these spirits, they find them, and Limp gets a double kill.
Really well played, and that's just the... Yeah, Invoker rotated, but Limp killed a wave mid, gets a bounty, gets the Invis. It's just... Oh, I swear I heard a really okay, but it's actually just a TP.
No, Whisper's going to be able to get out here.
But yeah, I mean, it's just so easy to play Lina in comparison to an Invoker in this game because your spells are so much cheaper. They're lower cooldowns, less risk on your rotations. Anytime an Invoker leaves the lane, he has to go make a play, whereas Limp can choose that his next move, maybe he'll just sit mid and kill the tower. He's got phase boots finished. Kill a wave in like 4 seconds.
Yeah, it just feels like we're seeing a lot of these rotations come out that just aren't yielding much results, unfortunately, for the side of Infamous. Top lane, though, they've got their eyes again on the Gyrocopter, and they'll find themselves a kill.
Problem is they lost bottom tower in the meantime, and yeah, it's nice. You kill the top net worth for CompLexity, but at the end of the day, Tomato is going to need to have an absolutely incredible game, I feel, for this team to win this game. He will be the win condition. Like we've seen, you know, the Ame morph going back all the way to like DAC Super Major. You take over the gyro, you hit a big flag, and all of a sudden you get quad kill, but he needs a lot of farm to get to that point.
Yeah, and I feel like CompLexity's just not going to give them any of that space, especially, right, you've got Z-Freak over on that Chen, and they're just playing very aggressive, which is, it's good for them, but it's a huge problem for Infamous, obviously.
And Infamous is also committing a lot of resources at all times to make these movements, so they need to get the kills to make it worthwhile. CompLexity's still shoving lanes. They pushed in bottom. There's an axe blink up now on Snake King. He's gonna look to make a play.
Already, they're going to have to go pop the drums. They'll get the call down up, but there's the Tornado EMP slowing down Scum just a little bit here. Z-Freak nearby. Nice blink reveal here coming out from Staking. They're just going to obliterate Schofield. And now that little bit of boost here. Can they get boost? Tombstone's going to get landed. They'll go throughout that Decrepify. They don't really want to go and dive this tower right now. But Tombstone is committed at this point. It's not going to be up for much longer should they try to go and push that tower.
Yeah, the only mistake I see CompLexity making at the moment is that they are not emphasizing the enemy mid-tower. Whenever you're playing Dire, you need to take out Radiant mid-tower ASAP because it opens up your ability to do Roche and enter enemy jungle.
Scam is gonna get overcharged here by Envy. He's trying to keep him alive. The Decrepify comes out. Oh, that life drain. Can they keep him alive? Oh, they just barely managed to take him down. And they're gonna use the curse over here on Envy just to hold him in place. It'll be another blast coming out from the Pugna that slays him.
So what they're doing, I want to see them move Io Gyro to the bot lane, let them play aggressively down there, utilize all that space and their super fast move speed to just create chaos. And if they're going to die, you want them to die down by that bottom tier 2, not at your own tier 1. And that leaves Axe and Lina free to kill this mid tower and then look to rotate, and everyone can then link up. You don't want to be 5-man TPing to your own side of the map as much as you do just want to pincer naturally.
Oh man, that was a nice morph. Gonna be able to light strike array with Lina. Lina throws out her own light strike array. In comes Envy. The ambulance trying to keep her alive. We'll be able to get that tornado off. Still alive though. They'll turn back around. They'll get that dunk off. Schofield is toast again. And now it looks like Tomato might be in for some trouble. That light strike array coming through again. We'll just knock back the Axe here. Snake gonna get healed up by Envy. Overcharge coming through. Again, they have that tombstone down. Moose trying to run himself out here, but just cannot get away fast enough, I don't think. Battle Hunger coming out, slowing him down. He's trying to jump around here into the corner. They do manage to take down Skem during all of this. They'll go, they'll pop that shrine, and it looks like maybe Moose gonna make it out alive here.
So, yeah, they evade the whole cast of The Walking Dead, but they lose their gyrocopter. I don't know how that happened, but
Yeah,
again,
we
we saw this at the ESL, and CompLexity's just got to put way more emphasis on utilizing their massive wave shove advantage and just farm creep waves. They're fighting into a Quaswex Invoker Undying. Like I said, the only way they're going to lose fights is in this sort of way. You don't want to run at this team. Just relax. They just lost their top tower for free. Pugna wasn't even a part of that engagement. I'd love to see them just, again, bring the gyro to the bottom lane. There we go.
There we go.
Lina, stay mid. Axe is off map. You activate your Axe's fast blink timing if you're able to pressure multiple lanes. It's very obvious to play around this blink when you know that, hey, there are 5 people charging at us.
Right. So you want to see a little bit more splitting of the map. Well, it does look like they listened to you a little bit here because they did send the Io Gyro to the bottom lane. I think Limp's kind of rolling around in the jungle over there, looking for maybe a pick-off or whatnot.
Yeah, this is nice, but again, it's this mid tower. Like, whenever you're playing against the Morphling, you are on a bit of a timer, and this is allowing them to delay the game. Roche is never a thing with Radiant mid tower alive, and neither is taking enemy map control.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
You can farm these like 2 camps, right? But when you take that tower, it not only opens up those other 3, but you can play the most important area of when you're playing Dire. The most important area to control is the top shrine. That controls Roche. That's an easy high ground to find kills.
It looks like they're going to be able to take down this tower pretty quickly right now. Unfortunately, not the side that you were saying should be active over here. But you hear a call somewhere. There it is. Found themselves a Tomato, but not enough damage to follow up. We'll just poke a little bit. Blow him a kiss as he runs by.
Limp in a little bit of trouble. He's got a Yules, but there is an Undying above. Okay.
Yeah, some pincering movement coming in, but looks like he's already hot-footing it here.
Yep, CompLexity lose their mid tower. And now you see both teams, I think, playing perhaps a little too cautiously. I'd love to see Infamous now do what I've been asking CompLexity to do. Leave their Morphling in the bottom lane, maybe Pugna, whoever they feel more applies more pressure, just shoving this lane, but go 4-man enemy jungle. Get a smoke down. Place a deep ward mid. Try and force CompLexity to take fights on their own side of the map and just buy time for your Morphling, because eventually he should be enough to win this game.
I feel like we're seeing the same movements over and over and over right now, and like it's interesting because we're not seeing the results yielding out for CompLexity, but we are seeing Infamous start to take advantage of the fact that they're, I don't want to say they're predictable, but...
Well, it's just you're a Chen lineup, it's 17 minutes into the game and you've got 1 tower. And that was pretty much just an overfarmed Axe after Morphling had rotated out. gonna have a big timing with the BKB up on Skem. We only really saw one IO Gyro game recently played by Vici Gaming in that grand, was it grand final, winter bracket final, something like that. And he just went drums BKB. And you hit that timing, and then you go for this, not Ags, but because you get Ags from Wisp, you go like this Maelstrom, and your damage output just exponentially increases. The only hero that I think can match you in a game like this is the Morpho, and unfortunately Infamous has that.
And I just picked up that Lincoln's over here on Tomato as well,
Radiant
so
are scanning.
we'll be able to have a little bit of insurance there on his life.
1,000 ahead of the game, and the big key is Gyrocopter in 3rd place on the net worth charts for Complexity. This is not what you want. He is your one. He's got to be over-farmed to give you a secure foothold in this game. And unfortunately, the Z-Freak Chen, while it had a great impact on the early game, you start falling off real hard, especially against an Undying. At a point, his high ground tombstone is just going to trump all your creeps.
We need to see some more aggression coming out from the side of Complexity. Oh, they get the Courier, though. That's the second Courier snipe. We'll lose some of those wards. Spirit Vessel coming out over onto Snake. They'll drop that Tombstone. He's in for a little bit of trouble here, especially as he runs into the Morphling. They'll take him out. And they'll limp, gonna run away, and they cancel out the TP on Z-Freak. Whisper gets himself a double kill. Man, they are just... I like this tempo that Infamous is playing with now. They're grouping up. They're taking these really nice pickoffs. They're going for objectives. What do you
It
think?
feels a little bit like the tortoise and the hare. Complexity, the hare in this analogy, got distracted by shiny jungle creeps in their own safe side of the map. If we could bring the camera real quick to where the Wisp is at the moment, this is the area of the map I like to call the Masturbatorium. There's nothing to do here but play with yourself. There's no map control gained. You just chilling, which is cool if there are some stacks here. And at this point, maybe it's a good decision, but there is no reason a Wisp Gyro should ever be playing this area of the map unless it's to farm one cycle, shrine up, and immediately run downhill into the Radiant Woods.
We're gonna get a relocate coming out here. Schofield breaks some ankles. Snake King wasn't able to go and grab him just in time. Still has a TP as well over on Schofield, so they'll just throw their weight around. But
He was able to, he just didn't.
I think he was trying to wait for the relocate, most likely. Come through.
I'm, you know, Moxie.
The look of just disappointment on your face right now is palpable, honestly. My goodness.
I mean, you're still in a fine position, but all of a sudden, this Morphling, like, this is Tomato's best hero. He spams it relentlessly in pubs, a notorious 10th pick Morphling player. And he's had a completely free game. Yeah, Snake King's Axe got ahead, right? But like we were saying, he got ahead. But the Morph is still free farming under tower. You're not missing last hit with 90 base damage. And by the time he was actually pressuring after that Vanguard, Morph had swapped lanes. This is a free game. And later on, the Wyvern and the Undying are going to provide so much team fight. I don't think a Wisp Gen can really contest, and Lena's going to just be fodder for this Morph.
Yeah, that is pretty scary. Let's have a BKB though now at the very least.
That's
right?
the timing. This is it right here. You have the Gyro BKB, you've got the Lena BKB. I think, is Mid Tower still alive?
I can't tell. There's a giant. Yeah, it is. It is.
Why is Mid Tower still alive, folks at home? Can somebody phone in? Hashtag, please help me. Somebody kill the Mid Tower.
Yeah, good. Can send it to Kyle's social media. They're keeping it Kyle on Twitter.
Snake.
Snake.
Pops on Pugna.
Yeah, just gonna hightail it out of there. Oh, the Courier's back up at least for the Radiant. I think it's taken quite a few nice vacations here.
It has. What's the gold? So Complexity's still up 3K. They're in a fine position. I'm just really looking for them to utilize this window where they have BKBs up. Because, yeah, you're ahead, but it's going to get scary when Morphling gets the E-Blade. God forbid the Scotty. The talents for the morph duration. It just gets very sketchy. He didn't get morph duration, actually. He went attack speed. Not something I see a lot of other morphlings go, but this just means he's going for more of this Yamato cannon style where he'll take over that flak and just do oodles of damage.
Oodles of damage. Is that the official technical term of that?
It is, actually.
I like it. I like it. I'm gonna steal that from you.
Radiant's top
I'm
tower
gonna save that
is
one
under
for a rainy
attack.
day. But yeah, they still have that middle tower up. They're just farming away. BKB on Gyro's got that Maelstrom like we talked about
Dyer's
though.
bottom
What is
tower is under
Io
attack.
sitting at right now for his level 13? So a bit off still.
Where's the urn? Does Chen have an urn?
Does-
Why does no one go back to Wisp? Why doesn't Wisp have an urn?
Because Wisp has a mech. Decided to go for
Why
a
doesn't
mech.
anyone have an? I'd like to.
Kyle's actually just gonna
I'm
get up and
tagging-
walk
I'm
out right
tapping
now.
out for 30 seconds.
All right.
All
It's
you.
a little quiet time for Kyle. He's had a rough day. You know, shout out to him. He's not feeling super great right now too, and I'm guessing this just pushed him over the edge. But we do have the Spirit Vessel over on the Invoker, over on the side of Infamous. So they have made some smart decisions with that, especially when you're dealing with that IO. Oh, Yules comes out limp, finds himself a Wyvern, uses that Laguna, a couple of right clicks, and that's a mega kill. See you later, Schofield.
Yep. Limp is playing a fantastic game, in all honesty, and I feel like it would be even better. He'd be completely dominating where his team playing around the map better. But he has next to no freedom as Alina, with the mid tower still alive and no one playing aggressively in the enemy in the off lane, like for this entire game. Snaking was there, he died once, he gave up. I've yet to see the Io Gyro play aggressively in this area. And you just can't play an effective Lina that way. This Morph has been walking around on 600 HP farming for the last 15 minutes, but he's never able to hunt because of the just constant lack of pressure.
Well, I feel bad too because, oh, right underneath that sentries. Doesn't matter, the taunt comes out, gonna grab that haste rune. Light Strike Ray, gonna miss over on Moose, but still gonna be able to get the dunk. I was about to say, I'm disappointed because Snay has been getting so much information, right? So much vision, and they just haven't been able to follow up with anything because, like you said, they're off in the, what did you call that area again?
The Masturbatorium.
Masturbatorium,
Yeah.
all right, yeah. They're off in that area, and they're farming. They could make a lot of moves with the information that Snay is giving them, but they just been hanging out and farming up. And that's the E-Blade completed now for the Morphling.
Pepita.
These are gonna get really scary.
Oh, sleeping the reload coming in.
Yeah, all right, here we go. This is what we were waiting for. Reload will come through. Pepita, they even have the dust, and they will take him down. We'll see a little bit of that aggression like we talked about. Is Zevi gonna leave him or take him here? He's gonna take Axe with him and leave Skev in the top lane.
Bounties.
Dire are scanning.
My
We'll
thrift
wrap those
rewarded.
up. All right, so what's the next play here then? We haven't seen any of these BKBs get popped
Well-
just yet, right?
It comes down to Roche. Like, we see this time and time again in LAN tournaments. Somebody's got to do Roche. There's going to be a team fight, and
Lincolns, oh baby.
is that a blink on snaking or Limp?
Alina, yep. You picked that up a couple
Okay.
minutes ago.
I don't mind it in this game because they have the axe. You want to be able to immediately follow up and reach. The Wyvern has to die.
Right.
If you Invoker, Morphling, if you look at the entire Infamous lineup, they don't really have a natural frontliner. So if you can expose them, get to those backlines and pick off somebody right away, especially during the duration of your BKB, that's going to win a fight for Complexity. But they need this mid tower, and they need to then set up and look for Roche.
Snay found himself a little Pugna. Is going to be able to clean up a little green skelly man with a big dunk. And there's the Roche, though, going on, like you're saying. It's going down really, really quickly,
Such
too.
a ballsy move from Moose.
They're going to be able to do it, though. Look at this.
Wow.
Easy ages.
I don't want to see Tomato get this BKB, though. I don't think you need it. Just go for the Scotty. Continue to scale. You're the hyper carry. Just build like one. I think he'll switch it up.
Hello? Oh, another courier kill, maybe? No?
The Q? Yeah, come on. That's child's play. Come on. It's like 3 seconds. You think Moose is napping? I know this kid. Also, no one probably knows who Moose is. He's playing the Undying, but
My South American fans
yeah,
know.
he was part of my haphazardly misadventure in South
Is it
America.
Gira de
for that
Venganza?
Latin qualifier, but this kid has a lot of potential, I think, just because he's so damn hungry. All he did, you know, my biggest problem with him was he asked too many damn questions. He wanted to learn so bad that he would drive you nuts. And you know what? If that's your biggest fault as a player, you don't have any faults. And I'm glad to see him
Radiant
finding a little bit of
structures
success
are
with his new
fortified.
team. They're here.
Dire's middle
They're
tower
looking good in
is
this
under
game.
attack.
Yeah, you know, it's been interesting watching the evolution of the new
Radiant's
Infamous
top
for
tower
sure.
is under attack.
Just because, you know, Tomato, kind of well known. Some of these other players, unless you follow the South American scene, you might not know them as well. You know, Matthew just departed. Oh, Snay, they found you, but Tessie found you instead. There's going to be immediately this teleportation coming in. Schofield trying to stay alive. He gets the curse off, though, over on the IO, but the BKB comes out from Skem. And it looks like, I think, Schofield, is he going to make it out? Can they see him? Do they know? They don't know. Call down comes through, though. He's going to see at the last second. They take him down. Oh, and we lose a Whisper as well as he gets taken out by Z-Freak. Oh, my goodness. He was so close to making it out.
And this,
Feels bad, man.
the one fault I have with Tomato as a player is that he always
Radiant's
shies
bottom
a
tower
little bit
is
too
under
much towards
attack.
farming. He's got an E-Blade, a Lincoln's, and an Aegis. He should be getting involved, but he's TPing out to farm regularly, and like Invoker has Axe. You're in a fine position to take a fight as Infamous. Maybe not a full 5-on-5, but you've just given away
Radiant's
now a
bottom
near
tower
10k gold lead for Complexity. And sure, your Morphling is still ahead of the game, but you gotta use this advantage you have to get some space and gold for your teammates.
It is kind of interesting for sure. They feel like, you know, they've got all the pieces that they need for this kit. And again, that was like a beautiful curse that came out from the Wyvern, but unfortunately, you know, that BKB, or rather fortunately for the side of Complexity, obviously, otherwise that IO would have been just absolute ribbons. But kind of interesting how back and forth this is going in terms of just the aggression
Radiant's
and
middle
item
tower
timings
is
as
under
well.
attack.
I don't think either team has really capitalized on their advantages throughout
Radiant's
this game.
middle tower
Obviously,
has
I've been
fallen.
harping on it a little bit. Complexity
Just a
now
little.
firmly in the driver's seat, even though Infamous did pick up that Roche. And you're just getting to a point. Wisp is going to hit level 15 pretty soon, and then all of a sudden the Gyrocopter, oh, here is, what am I even saying? Gyro has a free axe. And Skemberlu picking up the Lincolns, the Maelstrom, like, he's going to get to a point where the only one that threatens him is Morphling. And as you can see, even though Tomato's had a free game to this point, Gyro is now outscaling him and down bottom.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a couple nice spins off. Is it gonna be enough damage though? It's not looking super great here. E-Blade comes out, there's the BKB. It's gonna turn around, just DP out. So, just managed to get that BKB out top lane though. Looks like Skelly's got his eyes over here onto Moo as well. And be trying to hit this tombstone. They will take him down. Life Drain coming out though. We'll be able to stun him up. They throw out the Glimmer Cape. It's looking a little bit scary right now for this IO. He will pop. Pepita gonna be able to walk. Oh, I call down coming out here from Skem. Doesn't matter. In comes the Lina. Limp looking for this opening. He's gonna try to go land the Light Strike. Right, not gonna be able to do it, but a couple right clicks will take him out.
This again. Tomato runs away from the bottom bounty runes, something Skemberlu will probably not do. There's another concern I have. Tomato far too focused on farming safely in his own jungle, loses out on a bounty rune bottom, possibly another one if he doesn't check. And these bounty runes are so valuable this late in the game. 30 minutes? It's got to be
Pepita, there's the call, Light Strike Array, and the Laguna Blade. Easy pickoff, drive-by, right?
I mean, the strongest hero on the side of Infamous has yet to participate. And it's going to become possibly impossible for him to really make a difference in this game just because of how strong all three Complexity cores are, not to mention the crazy lockdown they're going to have thanks to the Axe and the Lina. There's going to be an Axe on Lina. There it is. I mean,
Yeah,
this
I got
is...
picked up just a few seconds ago.
He went for the Fiery Soul instead of the Spell Amp, which is something I saw. Ori, I believe, was going Spell Amp pretty much every game he went this build, so maybe something Limp might want to tweak in the future.
And Ori consistently just impresses me. His last couple games over at ESL, but
He would have been our MVP had Vici won, but alas, there is no MVP for the losing side.
better luck next time.
We've yet to see a real team fight, haven't we?
Yeah, well, I mean, because we haven't seen Tomato, like you said, has just been doing his own thing, farming up by himself, and you see a relocate coming out here. They found someone over here. Limp gonna have to go pop that BKB. Wyvern gonna be thrown up into the air, and here we go, Tomato coming through. They've got a Sun Strike over here onto Limp, so has that BKB up, trying to slow him down a little bit more. This Tornado coming through will connect over onto Z-Freak. Oh, Schofield, he's in the business there. We'll be able to go and take down Z-Freak as well with that ethereal.
It's just, you got to get the Morphling involved. They have no real frontliner, but the Morph is strong enough at this point. You can be the guy that goes in first, especially if there's a Wyvern behind you. Wyvern, Pugna, these heroes can't get initiated on. You need the Morphling in the area.
Right.
And he's also, like, you can see the amount of damage he's outputting. Lina struggles against this hero at all phases of the game.
Oh, immediately gonna go. Cold Embrace over here onto Schofield. Rest of the team coming in hot, though. Will be able to go throw down that call down. Looks like they might have some trouble here. Pugna trying to run himself out. The rest of the team, in they come, but they're gonna be able to go and reload out in this case, and they'll just disappear, although we do lose moves in the process.
I mean, some real aggression there from CompLexity. They do get the one pick off, and most importantly, look at where they've now positioned the team of Infamous. All of a sudden, stuck on their own side of the base. Roche is going to be looking to come up. I think Age is faded. Roche will spawn anywhere from the next 1 minute to 4 minutes from now.
That puts him in a very nice position for sure. Yeah, I feel Snay he got very excited. He saw that Wyvern and just a little bit faster was able to get that Cold Embrace off. And the rest of the team, they responded, but you know.
Both teams really just playing on instinct at this point. It doesn't seem like either has a lot of pre-planning or major direction. I'd like to, again, see if there's anything I would tweak. I think both teams would benefit just from having a little discussion before and during the game about where do we want to play the map in the early and mid-game, and who does what. But neither side really prioritizing a certain player to play on the aggro side of the map, which is something you'll see the VPs, the Secrets, the Vichis, etc. all do. You need to maintain a presence in that off lane, and it gives you then that ability to cut towards mid, secure Roche, and again, these mid towers that just seem to take forever to die.
Right. Well, they did finally take down that tier 1 that you've been harping on for a bit, so gives them a bit more freedom into the jungle there for CompLexity. It makes it a little bit scarier, of course, for Infamous here, but kind of rolling together now. Do you see Z-Freak over kind of doing some of that aggressive jungling? But what's the next play here for CompLexity?
Well, they're going to need to get, so this is, it's like counterintuitive now, and this is the problem with Dire, is that by playing enemy side of the map, you lose control of Roche, whereas Radiant, if they play enemy side of the map, you always can go to Roche.
Right.
So that's going to become the next real objective. Envy just up here, take it to farm. I swear, he's fine. Oh.
Is he? Is he? Yeah.
He's fine.
I don't know. That was pretty close, though. It's that mech. It was the mech.
I mean,
have the urn, but he had
I'm
the
not
mech,
saying
Kyle.
mech is bad. I'm saying that if you have a Wisp,
right,
you should be buying an urn.
I agree with you on that.
You know who buys urn when he plays Wisp?
Yeah.
He's in this game. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm sure everybody knows. It's just a little thing. It's not. Never mind.
I like Spirit Vessel on my Wisp when I play it.
Well,
Personally.
I like that Pepita prioritized that. This was definitely the right way to play the hero in this game. Just, again, I love to see people copy what works from other teams. This was the Ori build. This was the mid one build at times. Whatever you need the Spirit Vessel, just get that. Get the Ags. Get a BKB.
BKB and IO just got picked up.
I like that decision. He doesn't really die to any physical damage at the moment. It would take a Morph like a long time for him to auto-attack him to death.
That's true.
Roche up 38 seconds. Gem on the Wyvern. This is critical. I love this play from Infamous. All they need to do now is control this high ground. Again, CompLexity will lose a fight in a choke point. They want to play more of a hit-and-run skirmish style. Get one kill, find another, then pull back. Infamous, you love a clash. You just want counter-initiation from your Invoker and your Wyvern as Morphling wreaks havoc on pretty much anyone he targets on CompLexity.
Right. You do see some of that movement going around that general area. They've got it on their mind, and the Undying actually just picked up the smoke as well, so you can bet that they're thinking about it. And this gets picked up over on Pugna. He's going to try to keep himself alive a little bit longer here in some of these fights. But I think, like you said, you got to get Tomato up front and center and let your boys back you up, right?
Indeed. And if you're Cole, you really want to take this high ground away from Infamous, but it's real scary. Map is very dark. Pepita a little isolated up top. They might catch him, but he's going to get the meteor off on the wave. Snaking.
Careful, Pepita.
Dire are scanning.
Yeah, they do the scan. There's nothing there, though.
Radiant are scanning.
There's going to be a big fight around this pit coming up.
Oh, yeah.
It's the calm before the storm, so to speak.
This is the new Dota. Games never end. Second Roche decides all. We saw that in the Game 5 final just yesterday. I was there just a mere 10 hours ago.
That fabulous, glamorous esports jet-setting life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? You're living out of a suitcase.
It's great. People ask me like, oh, wow, you get to see so many great cities. I'm like, yeah, I saw the hotel,
Yep.
the restaurant, and
Get ready.
the base, the venue.
You're ready. Schofield actually very front and center here, trying to just move himself around. There's a jump forward. BKB coming out now from Skem. They've got so much damage. In comes the Cataclysm. They'll take out moves. First and foremost, Hand of God comes out as well. And it looks like a Laguna Blade will be able to take out Schofield before he can get too much going on. There's going to be the buyback coming out. They're still chasing around Tomato. He's looking to go right back. And this Roche is sitting solo. Schofield has bought himself back, as has the Gyrocopter. There's going to be a nice call coming out here, though, from Snay. Followed up with the Winter's Curse, though. Going to try to hold him into place. But Vita running himself out. Tomato against the world right now as he turns back around. He's got his eyes on Z-Freak. Manages to grab that room, but there's the Light Strike array, and they'll take him out. That's 4 people down. Gems now on the deck, and they're going to go and take this Roche in the name of Skem.
Unfortunate waveform forwards there by Tomato, just putting himself in no man's land. You get a little distracted. You see an arcane rune, all of a sudden you turn into Thanos, right? And you're just like, I'm gonna capture that Infinity Stone, but you don't recognize that you're surrounded by the entire cast of the Avengers and you don't have plot on.
I feel like he knows that he's around the entire cast of the Avengers during that, but maybe he just thought, oh, you know, maybe.
Without the plot armor, that's the key. Plot armor, you can't count it.
Right, all right, well, this top is just going down fast. Lim finds himself that Invoker here. They get the call. They use everything in the kitchen sink. And all of a sudden, Pepita is just no longer in this game, dying back up, as is the Pugna, but they can't go anywhere near this. They're going to get just eradicated here. I don't know. Got the ward down.
I mean, well-executed team fight around the pit. Skemberlu, the key there, saving the buyback. He puts himself in a position where he may go down, but it doesn't matter. You always come back in. You have an Aegis. Buyback pays for itself.
And look at them just chipping away at these racks. Lincoln gets popped over here onto Skem. Won't be able to go. Throw down one of those nether blasts. Another pop of that. Lincoln's a jump forward. Comes out from Snaking. And there's a really nice curse, though, here. Gonna be able to hold him to place. Again, they've got the Aegis over here. Just gonna slow him down just a little and save the teammates. These spirits just flying left and right. Envy healing everybody back up. They're chasing them all the way back into their fountain right now. Schofield, my friend, you are probably not long for this world. They get the Decrepify. The life comes out. They almost actually managed to take down Whisper, but they'll take down Moose. They'll take down Schofield. Right now, CompLexity is just taking names and just kicking butts right now. Look at this. Tomato, he's trying to get out. He pops his own BKB, but he can't hope to stay alive against all of these guys.
Radiant's middle tower.
They may just end up going for throne here. Skemberlu still with the Aegis. Butterfly finished. And this is the strength of the Ira Gyro. You just get to a point where one fight and all of a sudden you just output so much damage. You're so fast, and the entire draft to CompLexity, you have no cooldowns to worry about.
Oh no, there's the call forward. They get out the E-Blade. It doesn't matter though. Skem on a mega kill. Tips come out as well and just playing around now. BKB gets popped. They're just chipping away again over here at this throw. No cares in the world. Pepita trying to get them a little bit confused, but they'll take down Envy, they'll take down Z-Freak. It looks like Moose might be the next, but they will finally take down the Aegis. The buyback comes out now, and there's so much damage coming out. Are they going to be able to get a kill over here onto Envy? It's looking good, but Throne's going down, and that'll be game.
I mean, sorry, I'm a little thrown off by the music.
I like it.
I'm like,
It's cheerful.
I wasn't briefed at all about what to do, so I'm just gonna try and take things in stride.
That's okay.
I mean, CompLexity played well. I feel like they didn't push their advantage in a way I would like. It felt like they were playing scared in a lot of ways. But at the same time, I feel like Infamous has the same problem. You know, these are both relatively new teams. Infamous, as you said, just changed its roster. Skemberlu, he's new to the team. This is just his second event. They both need some polish. And I would say to both teams, specifically Tomato in that last game, like you got to play a bit more aggressive, especially with the Aegis. You've got to try to get yourself involved. Don't necessarily feel the need to respond to when CompLexity goes on your allies, but you know, put yourself in the middle of that chaos, make your team play around you, and get things done on the map.
Yeah, I definitely felt like Tomato could have been a little bit more aggressive, like you said. He just was spending a lot of time farming, and I get that that's important, but definitely felt like they could have played a little bit more aggressive and gotten in there. But all right. Gonna go and have a little break, guys, so we'll see you soon.